night I ask the stars up above, why must I be?
Hey! Bad mother.
What up, Cavity Creeps? This is it. Sorry about being late again. I'm on probation at work for being late. The boss is a dick. But
Welcome
To Candy
and so today I got flustered in the beginning because I went to turn on Instagram Live and it was like, no, you gotta enable your camera, dude. You gotta enable your camera, dude. And I was like, don't I do this every single day? Is that weird? And so I went to the settings. Boop, boop, boop. It's not there. No way to do it. And I just go in circles. I start doing these weird panic circles. Just with the same results. And then I'm like, oh no, am I gonna have to use the iPad? Is that what's gonna happen? Let's turn on this light. For the first time, use the iPad as the camera. That means I can't draw on it the whole time. And that was one of my plans for today. So I was like, oh shit. So I turned my camera off, turned it back on. The old trick. The old Dave Bloomfield, I call it. Turned it off, turned it back on. Boom, we were in business. And I was like, I should have done that like 10 minutes before that. But we are learning. Plus, edited videos. You guys don't even know what's going to happen when this shit's edited up. I'm very excited for that. I did a podcast last night with Matt Face 187, who's like a watcher in the woods on here. And his podcast is going to be about stuff he doesn't understand that he's into. Like,
I eat pieces
art.
of shit like you for breakfast.
You eat pieces of shit for breakfast?
And
No.
talk about art. And so he had me on there for the first guest last night. And it worked out pretty good. And he did this cool podcasting. It was called Zen Cast.
In discussing the large-scale structure of the cosmos, astronomers sometimes say that space is curved.
Zencast.
Or
And so you do your
the
podcast,
universe is finite but unbounded.
and then it's already up on there. You know what I'm saying? It's already on their server, on their website. You can edit it. You can take it and edit it for free. Or you can do the whole thing where you post it up there. You can edit it there, whatever. All kinds of stuff. It was pretty cool. We talked about a bunch of stuff. I think we did an hour and a half or something. When that comes out, I'll let you guys know. But
You eat pieces of shit. No.
So, plus it's sunny outside today. You saw the lamppost meteorologist check. Let's see. Yeah, blue skies, baby, that fall style. Indian summer, you know what I'm saying? We got the yellow puppet out skating for the first time this morning, which is a big deal. About to get these posts going for those guys. Check out at Yellow Active, and I think it's YLLO. I know it's YLLO. YLLO. No. All right, so I'm gonna throw you guys in your nest just for a short one. Maybe we'll play the game. Maybe we'll do whatever. But we will be listening to music. Let's go into the old iPod. The old iPod. And we're just gonna go straight into Humble Cub. So I want to get to work kind of today. What's up, Starhead boy? I see you. Let me see. If I go to settings, Bluetooth, same stuff. Wonderbone. Do we hear a noise? It's in. Now I'm going to take it back to a little Humble Cub. Let's do Humble Cub and just see what's up with that today. That's what I'm doing. Can't wait to start editing these videos, you guys. I know it sounds like I'm stalling, but I'm waiting for cameras. I'm going to start using my phone anyway, but I'm waiting for cameras. And what else do we need? We need the doggles, like all the doggles that go with my new computer that connect it so it can have a USB port, because it has all these ports, but it's like wires I don't have. Apple, I see what you're doing. And we got the old holder. Nice.
Imagining your feet coddled by the sand. You forget about the days and months and weeks that crash together in your head. Imagining a seed coming from a stem. It knows what it's supposed to do. The layers that it pushes through. To keep it here inside my memory. The place I keep inside my memory. To keep it here inside my memory. The place I keep inside my memory. The secrets of the beach hidden in your head. The places that you'll never see. The faces that you'll never see. The secrets
I
of
want
the
my glasses on, that's why the world is fuzzy.
trees carried in the leaves, waving through the branches and landing in your pocket. Keep it here inside of my memory. The place I keep inside of my memory. To keep it here inside of my memory. The place I keep inside of my memory. Get up, go knock me. 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 Get up, go knock me down. Get up, go knock me.
song done.
I've been putting up with this for more than 30 years, and it's not so bad. Double that, and I'm losing my teeth. I will be so sad. In a few years, I will make a vacation, even sit in a pew. Maybe I'll change my mind and stop swallowing before I chew. In a few years, I'll have eaten 20 apples without ever picking one. But I make time to lie down.
John Osgood, what up?
Mattresses leave so
Welcome.
fun.
Just redrawing this guy. I'm working on this character that I'm trying to figure out.
Saving up for this for more than 30 years, and it's all I wanna have. Double that, and I'm losing my teeth. All the animals will be so glad, glad, glad.
His mustache is bigger than that, huh?
Winter's time is eating away our time and date stamp. Winter's time is eating away our time and date stamp. Winter's time. Winter's time. Winter's time. Winter's time. Shaman slack off on, Shaman slack off on, off, Shaman slack off on, off. Shaman slack off on, Shaman slack off on, off, Shaman slack off on. Shaman slack off on, Shaman slack off on, off, Shaman slack off on. Shaman slack off on, Shaman slack off on, off, Shaman slack off on.
All right, I think we did pretty good at that. I want to go into a little different thing real quick. I used to have a podcast called Candy Teeth Radio for like 4 years. Me, Jeff Weig, Jake Wagner was on it for a while. Dan Martin was on it for a while. Or Dan, whatever he made his name into later after that. And let me see. So during that time, I had a little segment called Millennial Minute. And my intern, Yudi, who I talk about all the time because she's a badass, she brought her sister in. And her sister had a story about a tortoise that got loose. A rogue tortoise. And it's pretty funny. So it's like 15 minutes. So I was going to work on something else, maybe work on this a little bit longer, but then switch into something else for the rest of that 15 minutes. And we can check out something kind of different. Figuring out these segments, getting segments going. Where am I though? I want to go to podcast, then just push play. So I'll be back with you guys, or I'll be here the whole time. I'll probably stop and talk shit in the middle or something. Peace out.
This is your LLL Lucky Day. It's time for the Millennial LLL Minute.
And you can listen to any of these on
Minute out of the way. All right. So I had Judy and her
iTunes.
sister Aki here. And Aki came here from Bellingham. She goes to
Western Washington University.
for smoking weed, and that's it.
Major, you can do that.
Yeah, it is now.
All right, let's. I want to hear it. I'm excited. So this is Aki's story.
Yes, I came all the way from Bellingham to tell my story about rogue land tortoise. It was a Monday, and I had the day off. This is really important that it was a Monday, because people shouldn't be doing this on a Monday. It's like 3 o'clock, and I had been smoking all day, smoking marijuana all day, and I was like, man, you know what, it's time for a pizza. And so I go there, you know what, no, I didn't even say that. I'm like, it's time for pasta.
You get pasta from Domino's?
It was actually pizza. No, was it Domino's? It was Domino's, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it was Domino's.
Was it Pizza Hut?
Okay, I don't know. It was
None of those.
This is not the main part of the story.
Yeah,
Sorry.
it's not important. Yeah, it's relevant. But I really wanted pasta, and so instead of making it, I decided to call it in and pay like a lot of money for pasta. And so it's around like 3:30, and
So good at
I'm
telling stories.
sitting on the couch watching TV. It's probably like Futurama or something. I see the delivery gal roll up. She brings me my pasta, all is well, and I sit back down on the couch and I look out the window because I can see the street from the window, and the delivery gal just stops. Because we have this thing, our house is called the bridge because there is this wooden bridge walkway to the door, and that's the only way to get to the front door. And so I see her stop at the edge of the walkway, and she bends down, picks something up, and just walks back to the door. And I'm like, I just kind of have this feeling, I'm like, this is going to be interesting. But it's not like I couldn't not answer the door because I just gotten, like, pasta from her. So it's not like I could be like, oh, no, I'm not here anymore. And so she walks up, I open the door, and I'm, like, super baked, and I just really want my pasta. And she's holding this tortoise that's the size of, like, her torso. She's like, hey, is this yours? And I'm like, no.
A tortoise?
Just a tortoise. And
Just
she's
on her front porch?
just walking around her yard. And the pizza lady was like, no, I'm not having it.
Is this your tortoise?
Yeah, whoa, your tortoise got loose. Hey, did you know your tortoise got loose?
Well, he doesn't get real far.
I got drunk last night.
He's fine. Okay, so she brings him to the door.
So let's hear what happens after that.
Okay.
She's like, so I don't know what to do with it. And so I was like, I guess I'll take it. And so I kind of take it without thinking, and I'm holding this tortoise, and I realize, oh my God, I don't like tortoises. And it's really freaking me out because he's huge. He's like 20 pounds easily. And so I'm holding this tortoise, and he's freaking out, and I'm freaking out because I just shut the door, and I'm like by myself in my house, and I'm like, oh my God, I have a tortoise. And I'm really high, and I'm like, and I was just like, I don't know what's going on. And so I called the Whatcom Humane Society, and I'm like, hey, so I have a 20-pound tortoise, and I don't know what to do with it. And they're like, oh, so do you know if it's indigenous to Bellingham or not? And I'm like, no, I don't know. Like, our tortoise is I was like trying to explain my story. I was like omitting the obvious part that I was really high. But he's just like,
Even when you're not high, like, that's a weird thing.
Exactly. No, like this entire time I'm like, is this weird, or are we just like really stoned? And it was both. But yeah, she just like kept asking me all these questions about the tortoise, and I'm like, lady, you don't understand. This is not my tortoise. If it was my tortoise, I wouldn't be calling you. And so she's like, oh, you know what? Like, you need to call like the Whatcom like special exotic pets. I don't even know, some shit like that.
Tortoise
and I was like,
brigade.
tortoise
Brigade.
It's probably the tortoise brigade. I don't know.
Heard you got a tortoise? We're here to help.
Tortoise Brigade.
Tortoise Brigade, ma'am.
It took us a while to get here, but we did quality work. Come on, boys.
Evening, ma'am.
And so I call the other place, and I'm like, hey, so I have this tortoise. They ask me the same questions, and I'm like, I don't even know. And they're like, okay, well, you know what? Like, this is something that's actually more suited for the Whatcom Humane Society. And at this point, it'd been like, I had this tortoise for like 40 minutes. It was freaking out. I moved it to my roommate's bathtub because it started shitting everywhere. Because it was so freaked out. And so it's like shitting in the bathtub.
Okay.
Let's get down to the business.
You put it in the roommate's bathtub? Like, what's wrong with your bathtub? Like,
It's shitting this white powder everywhere.
so I'm putting it in.
Spoiler alert again.
I'm putting it in somebody else's bathtub. Like, I put it in my roommate's bathtub.
Yeah.
Like, what?
It made perfect sense to me. I
Oh.
was like, of course you did. Why would you put in your own? That'd be dumb.
But I also have to say that these agencies that she's calling,
Yeah.
like, I understand that, like, they need certain information for their, like, little piece of paper they have to fill out when someone calls or whatever.
Yeah.
But, like, they don't have... Why don't they just listen to somebody's story instead of, like, bombarding you with, like, what kind... Does it eat tadpoles or does it eat dandelions?
Question number 47.
Right. Like, I don't fucking know. The pizza lady came to my house and gave me a pizza, and then like a second later when I sat down on the couch, she rang the doorbell again, and I showed up at the door, and she gave me a tortoise, and now I have a fucking tortoise in my house. I was trying to eat lunch.
Yeah, and pasta.
And that's what kind of tortoise it is. So can I just put this back out in my yard and continue watching Futurama?
And smoking copious amounts of weed, obviously.
Or does this tortoise need some other sort of special care?
Because I'm like, oh my god, like, this is a crack tortoise because it was pooping out a white substance, which I will get back to.
Oh.
I know, right? I will get back to that. But I'm like, I don't even know what's going on anymore. My pasta's getting cold. There's a tortoise shitting in my tub. I think it may be a drug turtle.
Not your tub.
Yeah. Editor's note.
You know, I'm not getting the answers I need from anywhere I'm at.
For
So
sure.
I call this, like, exotic animal place. They tell me, you know what, you need to talk to the Whatcom Humane Society. And I'm like, no, I just got off the phone with them. I was on the phone with them for 30 minutes. Like, you need to take care of this. I am not keeping this tortoise in my house. And they're like, oh, I mean, I guess we can have someone come and pick it up in, like, an hour. And I'm like, no. No, I want this thing out. And by this time, I'm, like, coming down from my high. And so you know how it is. Like, when you're coming down from your high and you're like, whoa! Anyway. Whoa! Anyway. Now I have this, like, panicked tortoise in my bathtub. So I'm like, okay, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna drive up. So I call one of my best friends, Katie, and I'm like, she'll be supportive. She's gonna know what to do. I call her and I'm like, Katie, I have a tortoise. I need your help.
That's called a roll dog. That's called a roll dog. When you got the friend that you can call if you have a tortoise and it's got to be delivered. And you just call me like, I got this tortoise. We got to roll.
We gotta roll.
He's entirely unhelpful, is laughing at me the entire time I'm on the phone, and she does end up helping me out, and we end up driving with her. We take this tortoise. It's like 40 minutes away from my house. It's like halfway up Mount Baker Highway. I'm like, this is bullshit. And like at the very end of my day, I looked at my pasta. I'm like, I don't want this anymore, and I just tossed it.
Wow.
So that was part one.
So what happened to the crack?
Oh, it comes back.
Oh, there's more about the crack.
Yeah, it comes back around. She's a good storyteller.
Okay.
That was
what
part
happened to
one.
the tortoise?
That was part one.
Oh, she does say part one. All right.
This is a mini-series.
All right. So for episode 2 or part 2.
Yeah, part 2. I think it's still episode 1, but part 2.
Okay.
Yeah, tainted tortoise pastas. No, it's not good.
Catty Heart, what's
Tasted
up?
like-
John Osgood, what's up? Thumbs
Sadness,
up.
disappointment.
What else we
tasted
got
like
in here?
Confusion.
Prom shark?
So,
I like
couple-
prom
this was
shark.
Like a week or two later,
That's pretty fun.
we had a kitten. We had a kitten at this point, and I didn't want to feed. I didn't want to leave him alone because he was really small, and I just kind of brought him around with me and told everyone that he was my therapy pet because legally they're not allowed to ask you once you say it's a service animal.
Yeah, they can't be like, show me your papers.
They
just have to say yes.
Yeah, they can't do that. So I just like kept him in my purse, and so I was taking the long way home, and I walked by this house, and the house is called Cosmic Wonderland. And there are just a ton of people, and I'm like holding my kitten, and they're like, "Is that a cat?" And I'm like, "Yeah!" And I was high, also at this time. So I throw that in there. And so I'm walking back with this kitten, and all these people, they're very different. They're like people my age, like in their 20s, and then there's this one really old dude who looks like a hippie Ozzy Osbourne. He's got like the long hair and like the bandana, the long beard, and those, you know, those purple like circle sunglasses.
Wait a minute.
Hey, is that a cat? Is that a pussy cat?
So who's this fucking creepy Wooderson that's
Hey,
hanging out with these people?
hey, it's cool kids, man. You guys want to party?
Dude, like, okay, like, there should be like a rule, like in a college town, where like you can't do that. You just like shooting fish in a barrel.
Oh yeah,
That's fucking.
this
creepy.
goaltending.
Goaltending, dude. That is goaltending.
And he's like, hey, I have a pet too. It's a tortoise. And I'm like, at this point, I'm like, no. And so he like walks in, he brings his tortoise out. It is the same tortoise who showed up at my door not a week before. And he's like, yeah, this tortoise, his name is Worthy.
absolutely.
And I'm like, oh my God.
Worthy.
That tortoise was in my house. And he's like, oh, that was you?
What?
And so
What?
we get to talking, and he's like, oh yeah, by the way, there's this music festival. It's called Worthy Fest. And I'm like, as in like the tortoise. He's like, yeah, there's like a music festival dedicated to him.
Did you hear that?
So the mascot for the music festival like escaped.
Yeah, I was just following the pizza lady around.
She had like a brightly colored car, or what? You know what I'm saying? Like,
No, she had pizza, man. You don't think they're putting that thing in a box and just smoking it out? Fucking Worthy for the fucking music festival. Dude, they're all
That's
just
fucked up.
Blow through the tube, bro. It's for Worthy, man.
The turtle's just like, man, I don't even like this fucking music. What is this? I like fucking Lawrence Welk and shit. Like, I'm old, man.
Yeah, I'm old
I'm a
as
fucking
hell.
tortoise. So this fucking creepazoid lost his tortoise then?
Yeah,
And she found it.
the pizza lady found it.
Well, right.
Gave it to her.
This pizza lady, we gotta hunt her down.
She
Like,
was the smart one in this whole story.
That's what I'm saying. What's your secret?
She's all, here's a tortoise. Later.
Gotta go.
He's been following me all fucking day. Every time I stop, he's there.
You're like, how the fuck did you get here so fast?
All right, let's hear more though.
All right.
Let's hear more of what.
Yeah, I want to hear the end of the story.
And so it's this actually a pretty substantial EDM festival. I didn't know any of the people. They had names like Pickle Dick, and actually that's the only one I can remember.
Because it's called Pickle Dick.
Yeah, because it's called Pickle Dick.
Pickle dick
And so, yeah, he like hands me this poster, and I look down. Tickets are like $40 a pop, and I'm like, this is some serious shit. Like, Worthy,
Fest?
it's Worthy. It's literally
Worthy.
called Worthy Fest.
Worthy Fest.
I haven't Facebooked it, but I should Facebook that shit and like pull it up sometime.
Look it up.
Wasn't he like, you guys get in free?
Yeah, he was like,
Hell yeah, you do.
yeah, oh yeah. He was like, you and your roommates can get in for free, and I was like, yes. I didn't end up taking him up on the offer, which I'm pretty much regretting right now,
Yeah.
but that happened. Oh, and on a follow-up on the crack tortoise, I found out
Yeah.
one of my friends is a marine bio major. She said that tortoises actually poop out white powder, and I'm like, that's weirdly specific. So that's a wrap up too. But anyway,
Crack?
yeah, it wasn't crack. I thought for sure it was crack, and
That's how they make crack
That's
into
like
cocaine.
animal abuse.
yeah.
Just
Just
feed it
scare
to a turtle.
make a tortoise
Turtle
panic,
passes.
yeah. feed it the coca leaves and then just make it like freak it out and it poops out cocaine.
Warehouse is full. It's
Tortoises.
sad, yeah.
Oh man, it's like a
The
tortoise.
tortoises.
Crack tortoises.
That story was
I
awesome.
was 100% sure that it was a drug tortoise. I'm like, there
Yeah.
are I like, if I wasn't so scared of it, I would have like tried to, I don't know, is the shell attached to the tortoise? I would have like investigated
shake
further.
it
Yeah,
out.
it's just like,
You're
where
like,
are your
where's
drugs?
your shark bag?
Yeah.
Yeah, where's your shark box?
Yeah, I don't see the Ziploc.
Full tortoise cavity search.
You know, seriously.
Oh,
Oh man, it was
Is that a
weird.
roller coaster of a story?
I love
Yeah.
it. It's out of control.
I did have a run in with him another time though. He was in the middle of the road and I had to rescue him and take him back to his home.
Dude.
so this,
That dude needs to get his tortoise taken away.
Yeah, because this tortoise obviously does not want to live at the fucking Cosmic Wonderland house and fucking
digging under the fence.
Be the mascot for their EDM festival. I feel like tortoises would be more, like I was saying earlier, they'd be more into, you know, some Sinatra, some Dino.
Yeah,
you know,
totally. Yeah. They're playing. There's a.
Yeah.
He's all, look, the lady.
Exactly, dude. Now, the thing I would have done, though.
What's that?
You know, after the first runaround with the Humane Society, I may have called the other number they gave me, and then when they gave me the runaround,
yeah,
I probably just would have, like, you know, grabbed some kind of a container, laundry basket, cooler, something.
Oh, and just dropped it off at the door.
Just take. I would have just take it right back to the Pizza Hut.
Oh, be like, hey, you dropped your tortoise.
You left your tortoise at my house.
Remember that? Remember when you asked me if I had a tortoise? I said no, and you gave it to me.
I said no, so
Yeah.
here it is back.
Yeah.
You should listen when people talk, and I'm gonna require you to wash and return that laundry basket.
Oh, damn it! I thought you were throwing that in. I was like, that was a good deal. Well, let's wrap this up, and I'll put the. So that was the first Millennial Minute, and it sounded like it.
It sure did. I think it was successful. It was a very good story.
Well, thanks to Aki, and thanks to Yudi for getting Aki.
Yes. Yeah, for sure, because I'm glad I heard that story.
Thanks for listening to Millennials for no reason, and stay alive.
Yeah, we're back. Yeah, if you feel like checking out any of those old Candy Teeth radios, they're on not Instagram. They're on iTunes. So, like, you can watch all the old ones. Not all of them, but there's, like, I think there's 18.
We are National University. And for 50 years, we've been home to the brave men and women who build, serve, and support our communities, who teach our children, and who care for us in our time of need.
We teach
our
own
own
children.
In honor of our 50th anniversary, we're committing over $30 million to new student scholarship funds because we believe in the pursuit of purpose, in the causes you champion, and in the difference you make in the world. National University. Find your program today at nu.edu.
Hit it. Neon Orange on SoundCloud, you guys. That's what we're listening to now. I'm going to make a few more of these heads, and then I think I'm just going to play the game. Forget it. Forget it. Let's make different noses that we don't usually make. Like bent, weird nose. Start the party. There we go. Bent weird nose guy. Oh, he might be sticking his tongue out even. So excited to make those edited videos, you guys. It's gonna be way more entertaining. I know this is entertaining, but in a different way. It'll be all quick. I'm gonna make them 15 minutes long. That's the deal. What is this? I wanna know what this is. Is it a cat? Or is it a werewolf or something? kind of a cat. Kind of looks like a dragon or something weird too. I should look at a cat for reference, but I'm not trying to slip too far into cat art. It's covered. Yeah, John Osgood, you definitely got to get some audio clips out of that last story, the Millennial Minute. That's awesome. Yeah, I just thought about that today. I was like, ooh, it's a shorter thing. It's a funny story. It's a good segment. And it was. Uh-oh, his ears are getting too small, I think. Does he look like a cat? Kinda. Let's see what's up with this guy up here. Needs some work. What kind of hairdo am I gonna do on this guy? Bam, bam. Right now I'm just adding a little shading under these glasses, around them. He needs some kind of cool hairdo. Let's see. You might just... Yeah, if you guys have any suggestions for when I start editing the videos, like what segments you like, that would be good edited, you know? It's mostly gonna be process, maybe some like interviewee, like short interview parts with other artists. That's what I'm kind of picturing. And if you have artists that like I know that you, or if you have artists you just want to hear from, let me know that too at candyteethlive@gmail. And that's good for anything. That's good for donations. That's good for ideas, questions, comments, that type of stuff. I want to go outside, but I'm stoked on drawing today. The hell?
This moment of relief brought to you by your local State Farm agent, who also brings relief with insurance for what you value most.
In Gig Harbor, call State Farm agent Patrick Kelly today.
This is old Tomcat. He's got some scars, jacked up ears.
We all want to
marks
belong.
in his ears.
We want respect and understanding.
We want someone to have our back.
We want a better life for the ones we love.
That's why over 1 million of us are members of BECU.
Because we know that together we can do so much more than we ever could apart.
It's not banking as usual, and that's exactly the point.
So join us.
BECU, more than just money. Federally insured by NCUA. Find details at becu.org.
I got some eyelids. The hell? Looks like John Lennon in the Lennon glasses. That's funny. I like how his nose is bent. That worked well. What the hell's the music doing? Oh, yeah, I got stuff to show you on the phone too after we do this part. A little bit more drawing. I should be able to show you. What up? Okay, where are we? Let's see where we are right now. 46. So we got a little bit more time. Maybe we can juggle our way out. But I kind of 46. That means I can do a little picture. Let's do a little picture. I don't like that person. Let's switch these eyes. Let's switch these eyes real quick. Come on. Yeah, let me know what you think about listening to parts of the podcast too, the old podcast, because I thought that was fun today. Let me know if you guys like that, because I like that. Even if it's every once in a while. Which one of these heads should I grab? I'm kind of thinking that guy. But maybe we make it a girl. Maybe we make it John Lennon. Maybe it's the cat dressed up as a person. We don't know. I'm taking the cat. My iPad is too full to move the layers to a different spot. Hold on, let's do this. We'll just go into that bike one. We'll print it out, or not print it out, but save it in the photos, and then we'll go back to where we were and just import that into this picture. A workaround. Whoop! No. Let me out. Add an image. Insert a photo. There we go. Boom. I like this music. I don't know what it is. I like what they just said, though. That was true. I like what they just played, sampled. Bam, let's put this over the top of that. And we'll erase that. A little bit of that bike. I've been thinking of this really original idea to follow that was just like a cat and then just put a hat on it because they rhyme, you know? And I thought that'd be dope. Make a cat with a hat, you know? Candy teeth cat with a hat. Copyright. What the hell? I'm trying to talk. Who are you? I don't even know who you are. Oh, what? Going shopping? I didn't know that. That's my buddy's little brother. You guys, get on out of here, you guys. Silly. Makes love so hard to find. Let's get to this night scene. You know what I'm saying? Love's hard to find. We don't need to sing about it. Plus, I had one of those girls do a creepy thing to me. Mirror glass? Whoa. Boom, boom, boom. Half's cool, half's not. Mirror glass. Check them out. They're super badass music, though. But man. You better look the right way, though, too. He's going down a hill or whatever. Unless he's getting followed. It's getting hot in here. We didn't go out for recess. We stayed in for recess. We had to write sentences. Kids nowadays have no idea what I'm talking about. You used to have to write sentences. Where you got in trouble with the teacher and they'd be like, you get 100 sentences. I will not, whatever you just did. And then you'd be like, no. And they'd be like, okay, it's 200. And then you'd be like, no. And they'd be like, okay, it's going to be 300 if you don't stop. Okay, 300 it is. No. And you can just say no for a whole year. It's like not answering your phone. Boop, 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 boop. Let me see, what kind of... Get hand grips going.
At Arizona State University, we believe everyone is capable of something great. As a pioneer in online learning for over a decade, we offer more than 200 innovative degree programs and a suite of personalized support services to empower your path. Discover why over 90% of ASU students are employed, receive job offers, or start a company within 6 months of graduation. Tap to learn more about what sets us apart, or visit us at asuonline.asu.edu.
Yeah, we can keep going on this one tomorrow, I think. I think that's the deal. Oh, what do you guys talk about over here? Let's see. Yeah, we got 4 minutes. George Carlin was the one talking? That's awesome. I was just talking about him with somebody else, and they were like, dude, that guy is the politician. It's just breaking it down. I got enough time to add a little bit more to this, though, before we come back tomorrow. I think he needs a scarf. No, because he's hardcore. Yeah, and he needs like a vest. Oh, hold on. Let's do this. I'm opening this window. I don't care if people can hear me. I'm about to die. Wants a scarf. Maybe he's hardcore even with a scarf. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he's one of those guys. Like, you don't put down his scarf because he'll jack you up. Hey, before it's too late, thanks for watching this every day at noon. Or just once. But I'm here every day at noon. And we'll be here tomorrow too.